right, good morning. Let's look at some headlines now on a few of the newspapers. My name is Ifeyemi Andrew. We start with the Punch. The lead headline here, Dangote Refinery, crude supply crisis threatens oil investments. Operators warn federal government. Dangote Refinery, crude supply crisis threatens oil investments. Operators warn federal government. National Assembly resumes plans 2023 budget implementation extension. And minimum wage, Tinubu governors to discuss at NEC meeting Thursday. And NNPC uncovers another 165 illegal refineries. Better minimum wage coming. Governors assure labor. All of those are headlines from the Punch newspaper. On the Vanguard, cholera. Federal government shopping for emergency vaccine. I don't know whether we do not put anything into our research. I mean, clearly for something like cholera, and we know what that has done in the country over the years past. It's something that you would have thought that we would have put in some investment and even worked on developing a vaccine. And now would not be when we shop for other nations to sell us or supply us vaccines. I mean, what can I say? Rivers crisis. Pro-Wike protesters attempted to okay. We're streaming live on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That is the handle. So you could do well to join the conversation online from wherever you are. Watch, listen, and drop your comments. Again, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH is the Facebook handle. On WhatsApp, it is 0809-030-6416. Again, I'll take that, 0809-030-6416. That is the WhatsApp handle. You can call us up on 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. And this person says, good morning to you, Stanley. One meme says, okay, he's watching from Omuma. All right. Lawrence Friday says, masterminds of failed dynamite explosion wanted state of emergency in Rivers State. Yes, my governor, all their plans must fail because God is on your side. They will soon come back for reconciliation because they will continue to fail with their plans. Gift in Sirim says, if the governor's character is akin to that of the FCT minister, the state would have been plunged into crisis totally. Anunobi says, failed bomb attempt meant to portray the state as unsafe. All these are handiworks of lovers of structure. Anunobi Onyekachi, failed bomb attempt meant to portray the state unsafe. Okay, I think we took that already. Skifu Piro says, PDP has failed River State movement is helping us instead. Fubara, my question is, governor seem not a member of the PDP. I think I had this conversation, and you heard the conversation with the lawmaker at the House of Reps, Honorable Oguchinyere. So in case you did not listen to that conversation on Facebook, just scroll down, you would find it, and you can listen to it again and hear what he said when we asked him a similar question with regards to the role of the PDP national leadership in what's happening in River State. Mma Olebara from Owerri says, I expect politicians to be knowledgeable, patriotic, selfless, and come forward for all that is good for the greater good of majority, but sad that very many display selfishness even as they display brigandry, lies, and savagery. Patrick Amadi says, I condemn the attempted attack by unknown persons. Okay, it means that the level, you didn't get that? Raymond, like the way the governor is handling issues in Rivers State, I like it the way the governor is handling issues in the state. God bless him. Larry Spiff says, how could a young man decide to take his own life for how much now? That guy is not stable mentally. Why did he not No, I'm sorry. I stand with the NLC and I pray for the NLC. Also stand there. I pray that they stand there on the issue of the new minimum wage. That's Christian Williams. All right. The messages on Facebook are enormous, but let's go on. Cookie Gam in Robo Lumeni is on the line. Hello, Cookie Gam. Let's start with you quickly. Good morning. Okay. Nelga, let's go to God's time. Good morning, God's time.
Good morning, Ifeami.
All right, thank you. Keep it very short and simple, please.
Yeah, Ifeami, you see, it's very, very disappointing to hear that the federal government is shopping for cholera vaccine when already cholera has taken the toll of so many states in Nigeria. Imagine that means the emergency center of Nigeria, including the Ministry of Health, seems not to be working. What are they doing since? Do they just appoint ministers for appointing sake, or maybe permanent secretaries in the Federal Ministry of Health, or the directors and the rest of them, the doctors? Oh, I'm so disappointed in their attitude. And secondly, the governor said that the trade attempt on Presidential Hotel was to declare the state, to make sure that the state is being declared state of emergency. I don't think so. Sometimes we should be able to try and make investigation. He is the chief security officer of Rivers State. Has he called the police for proper investigation? The police say they are still investigating and the governor is making assumptions. Please, we should try as much as possible to jettison political jamboree. Thank you and do have a smart day.
Uche Ken from Echie, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, people lament over expired drugs. I think coupled with the current situation, selling an expired drug should have been the least to think about. The high cost of living has affected drugs even more than the paper we are glamoring for or glamoring about. Therefore, I call on NCPC and NAFDAC to swing into action with immediate effect. Then the position of CSOs in the state, for me, it is either here or there. The governor has already declared that the state is peaceful and has also commended the process of local government council election. So which one is they don't think is ready? I really want to inform them that both RISEC and the governor are ready. Then conclusively, Governor Fara said no state has been subjected into what he has been into. Well, I think there is no state government too that has done what he has done within 3 months. You were elected, people came joined forces together to ensure that victory was secured. People spent about 3 weeks in RISEC, eating their food there just to secure the victory. What you could do is to set them aside, contributed immensely to your success. You now went about raising an outfit called Simplified Movement, train them on how to allegedly insult who has brought you this far. Saying a different thing, but went further to do a different thing. I believe these are all the problems we are having today. If only he could shift his word and also realize that it is an in-house fight according to him, and there is need to come together, even if it is late. Good morning, and I take over.
Mufasa and Mubula in Abua. Okay, similar names. Let's start with Mufasa from NTA Road. Mufasa, good morning.
Yeah, hi, Andrew. Good morning.
You're welcome.
Let me quickly say that the governor did not train anybody to insult anybody, and the governor did not chase anybody out from any circle. We're in this state when, in the wee hours of the day, some people went into the assembly complex to attempt to impeach a governor who, up till now, they've not been able to explain to Rivers Super Nigerians what the offense of the governor is. But having said that, I want to commend the governor for what he said yesterday. He has told us categorically, and this is not the first time he's saying that he's not fighting anybody. So for desperate politicians to want to, detonate explosive device in the state just to send home their selfish point, for me, it is unnecessary, it is barbaric, and I think it's not too late for people to begin to retrace their steps. The government equally said some things yesterday that were laden with wisdom, that you can only stay in a room at a time. You can only sit in a chair at a time. these are very instructive remarks, and I think we should heed by what the governor has said. And lastly, Andrew, Ambassador Shioke was assuring the elders of Obiakpo that he's going to listen to them. For me, that is a commendable statement. When you listen to elders, you will go far as a young leader. That's my position this morning. Have a fantastic day.
All right, thank you very much. Mubula in Abua, let's hear you now. Good morning.
Good morning, Jenny.
Good morning.
What I want to say is that this incident that took place at a presidential hotel is being condemned by Rivers people. However, why we condemn that incident, it is wrong for the governor to go on air and start venturing into that issue or talking about the issue when police are doing investigation. He was supposed to wait for the police to come up with their investigation before coming up with the issue. So now, who is the marketing River State? Is he not the one? I believe the members of the National Assembly that came to River State, they did not come to the state for that particular purpose. But bringing up that issue as at the center of the discussion is totally wrong. That is a way of demarketing the state and seeing the state as a violent state. So we encourage the governor to be guided in doing such. And I call upon all parties involved in the crisis, and I lend voice with that of my leader, Senator Magnus Abe, to tell them to be peaceful. Green River State will need peace. Thank you, and God bless.
All right, let's go over to JJ and Rumigbo now. JJ, good morning.
Yes, Andrew, good morning.
Yeah.
Yes, failed bomb attempt is just a way of backing up their call for state of emergency, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, the governor would have waited for the police to finish their report. Andrew, the police that said they were investigating the bombed House of Assembly, Andrew, please, the whole world is listening to you. Have you seen the report today? All you saw was police coming from Abuja to pick innocent people. And you want the governor to trust such process and just wait like that when he had information at his fingertips? Do people even know what it takes to be a governor, the type of information, classified information that will be coming to you every day? Why are people like this, for goodness sake? And some people also said, they stayed in INEC office for 2 weeks, for 10 years. After 10 years of staying in INEC office, a day after you want to throw the man out and bring in your brother as governor, and you think that's cool, and people will just stay and wait. According to the governor yesterday, when he was attending to the privatization committee of the Senate, he said it's only a tree that we stand and see people bringing machete to cut it down that we stand. So as far as I'm concerned, what the governor has said about that faith bombing was to portray the state as not being safe so that they can get their aim of the former call for state of emergency. Then Rivers youth protesting, I blame the police for whatever that has happened. Through this issue, you take responsibility for once. You asked people not to protest. You gave a lot of warning. At the end of the day, people came out. You think the other people are cowards? You think they don't have what it takes to match other people that came in? Because Osika, the Waka gently, we say not have been wrong.
All right, JJ.
So please take responsibility and take it, and whatever happens.
Let's go to Mount 3. Good news is on the line. Hello, good news.
No, good morning, my brother, man.
All right, go on.
Thank you. Let me continue from the issue, the bomb issue. We should understand that.
All right, sorry, good news. Before you continue, I think we should deter from using the word bomb because it wasn't a bomb. All right?
Okay.
So let's not say bomb and send the wrong message. It wasn't a bomb. It wasn't a bomb. Thank you.
People should know that he is the chief security officer of River State. He does not need to wait for the CP or the police to give a report on how River State is. If River State is going down, nobody will mention this. The governor will be called to account for his leadership. So, if things are going wrong and he comes to say it, more especially to the Senate committee who can visit him that he alleged it was targeted on, you should appreciate such person for having the bold mind to speak out. The ground canopies chairs that were destroyed in a tree. Up till today, what has the CP done? Even when he knows the persons, they are shown their face on the social media. Helen Wike, it was from everybody here. The CP, what did he do? It was out of pressure. He managed to even invite him allegedly and talk to them. What happened to that matter? It is the same CP that said no protest, and today they say no protest. Some persons want to do protest. If it was other group, I said that it is not the same this one that you could have started point taker, throwing dynamite and tackers on workers on those persons. But some persons carried dynamite and it exploded and killed them. Now, what is the name of this other person? If you are doing investigation, the one that died, who is in charge of the cops? Have they buried him, or is the cops under this commission of police? These are the reasons why people say that the commission of police is passing one corner.
All right, good news. We have to move on to another caller now. Michael is in GRA. We're exhausted all the time. There's no finally now. Good news. I always tell us to try and keep it very precise and short so you don't dwell on one topic for too long. If you have multiple topics to respond to, we don't have a lot of time, if you haven't noticed. Michael from GRA, good morning. Thank you, good news. Well, we have to move on. Michael, let's hear you.
Andrew.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, Andrew, let me just...
Michael or Lugard? Lugard, is this...
Andrew, let me make a complaint before I move on, please.
You don't call to make complaints. If you're calling, because I clearly recognize your voice, so why did you call in and say you're Michael? If you are Lugard and you're calling us Lugard, please call and say Lugard. Samuel from Omerelu, good morning.
Good morning, Ifemi.
You're welcome.
My brother, the condition of Nigeria have turned to another thing in Nigeria. People are complaining of saying expired drugs. That is because of the bad leadership. I think that maybe people are monitoring all this. This will not come up. I want to urge the government to look into all this because of the hardship. People are not telling what is not meant to be said. You know, so an issue of bomb in the presidential hotel is condemnable.
It's not a bomb, Samuel. It was not a bomb.
Then I want to congratulate our honorable caretaker chairman, that is Oji, who is a brave man in this state. Please, God should protect him. God should guide him. So informally, I also want to comment on the hardship on the students. Go to different universities, you will see what people are eating. What they are eating now, it will shock you more. Please, go to universities and see what the children are suffering. Also, the lecturers should also come down with their handout issue. Because if you go there, those people are suffering. They are not more students. They are now another thing else. Because of bad leadership. There is no way to get food. Ordinary gari is more than any other thing. Headway is more than any other thing. So government should change their heart. I also want to urge our governor. Let him make sure that the employment he has promised this should go on this time. So that people can at least live a better life.
All right, Samuel.
And those caretaker chairman who should also advise the governor on what to do in the grassroots. People are suffering.
All right, Samuel, thank you very much. Unfortunately, Samuel, don't have all the time. And then quickly, again, let me just address the issue with Lugard. So Lugard, please, there's no point switching or flipping your name. If you're calling as Lugard, you call and you get on and you go straight to the point and you speak on whatever the headline is, and that's it. And I've always tried to encourage us. It's a headline, reactions to the headlines from the news or any of the newspaper headlines that we read out. So it is your duty to call and respond to any of those things. And not, for some of us, we find a way to drag what was not even in the conversation and try to bring it in for whatever purposes that we have. No, we will not allow that. Okay, so let's keep it very professional. It's very simple. All right, so please, look at, unfortunately, I would have said call back, but we're already out of time. I have to take messages. So please, all right, just in case tomorrow, don't go this route. All right. Thank you very much. And that goes to every other person. On WhatsApp, let's take a few messages. Blessed from Ola says, Blessed Ola from Alu says, good morning. PDP leaders in Ward 17. Inobi Akpo applauds the caretaker chairman. Let's continue giving him support for betterment of our dear state. Ida from Nkoro says, good morning. The essence of the intended dynamite explosion was to create tension and create room for a state of emergency. Thank God, God is bigger than them, and their plans failed. The River State is safe and will continue to be safe under the governor. Another message here from this one is this one says all the evil plans will not work. Collins on Wanyanwu. Clinton, Eric Carey says the ongoing tussle in the state, the governor has rightly said that it's an internal fight for control. I want to play with the governor and those on the other side that they shouldn't allow their in-house fight for power derail development and disrupt people's businesses in the state. I listened to the governor, and he said quite a lot during his speech while welcoming the members from the National Assembly. Quite a lot in his speech was said. Another message from Ezekiel Isaiah here says, true, no governor can tolerate what the River State governor has endured, yet he's still talking and preaching peace. It's a clear definition of leadership. God will continue to expose all the evil plans towards the government. Ezekiel Isaiah, that's you. Clever Sonny says, the failed explosion presidential hotels exposed those calling for state of emergency in River State. To whom it may concern, this one says, I hope, this is really long, unfortunately, we cannot even attempt to continue with it. The enemies of the state will continue to make mistakes. I pray the governor to draw his attention to Amaku Igbodo Egbeke Echie Road, Chidi Bekwe. That came in from you. Let's see one more on WhatsApp. This person, Michael Onyibo Baye, says, let those giving dynamite to young people to achieve unholy missions realize that explosive on Tuesday could have killed any of them, because God is in business of making. They'll continue to make more mistakes. Well, I think the fundamental question, and I think I asked this yesterday, is thank God. I think one of the person was taken to a hospital because it's in blue in his hands. I think that was what it was. It's to figure out what would make a man want to get to that point where you pick up something like that and go on such a mission. We only see these things happen with terrorists, and in those cases, what you hear is they've been brainwashed and all of that stuff. Well, let's all be safe. Good morning. We'll take a commercial now.